Okay, so this is going to be my first official dev stream for this game called Water Balloon Fighters, working title. Um, but yeah, so this is going to be a water balloon fighting game based off of Craig of the Creek, the TV show. Just popping from the ground, okay. Maybe I should work on an animation for that. But yeah, so I just wanted to share my progress and where I'm at with the game. I've been working on this for about a month and a half now. Um, I started with just like figuring out how to do this, like literally just like how I would spawn in. Like I had to watch like grenade videos, like grenade throwing tutorials, or whatever. But how to spawn in like this in my hand, water balloon, and then basically everything else after that. But so I even have computers in the game. But yeah, it's a local multiplayer split screen game only. So I have my player 2 in here right now. And it's up to 4 players, of course. I don't think I've seen split screen for more than 4 players, honestly. Can't say that I have. But, yeah, so you throw water balloons at each other. Each person can be hit 5 times, basically. I might put in a healing factor just because like I've done some testing and I'm like, okay, well I've like killed everybody multiple times, yet I'm still at 20 in one shot. But the upside is you have 3 lives, and so once those 3 lives are done, you're out. As you can see, player 2 is out. I also have the computer players set to be eliminated once they are eliminated 3 times. I might add a HUD element for that, but I don't know. I'm honestly trying to figure out what the HUD element's going to be. Because currently, as you can see, I have like their health bars on the screen, and it's not super appealing, especially when they're like super far away. Maybe I come up with a thing to where the health bars aren't visible until you're a certain distance. But there's also just like so many testing things with trying to figure out like showing the health bars in general because I'm just very not satisfied with it. But at the very least, you can see you can see them taking damage, which is obviously a really good thing to be able to see. And I even came up with this like little cartoony, arcadey like kind of flash that happens when you hit them. I'm trying to work on just like effects and things like that still, but everything's still work in progress. But the main gameplay core loop is completely here. So you play the game, you get everybody out. I have the computers set to look for just wander around basically until they actually see you or you hit them. If you hit them, they're supposed to like turn around instantly and like be on you. But that's still a work in progress. That's like the latest thing that I started working on. And then once they run out of balloons, they'll go try to fill up. And now I'm just waiting on them to respawn. So yeah, once they also can run out of balloons just like us. And then once they run out, they'll fill up. I may have to work on this because the way it works is they have to go there and they wait for like 5 seconds, and then it puts them back at 10. This is also a glitch that I have, which is I don't really know how that happens. Whatever. So I won, and now it says player 1 wins, and there we go. I have a main menu set up. It's not very good, very much work in progress. I was like kind of working on it a little bit back a week ago or so, but I decided it was more important to try and work on other things. So yeah, I have, at the main menu you can select how many players there are. I want to maybe set it up to where it's going to be grayed out for these if you don't have those controllers. And then I am also, now that I do actually have computers set up, I didn't before. I was just doing the local multiplayer stuff. But I wanted it to be able to be a thing where you can play by yourself if you don't have people to play with. So I'll eventually set up a thing for just single player and then multiplayer, I guess, or however games set that up. I'll do something like that. But currently, yeah, you can select how many players you want. So we'll do 4 for the purposes of saying that. Just pick out 4 the placeholder images, and here we are. So obviously, you can see like the other characters are not moving because they don't have players like I do. So I do have another controller set up nearby that I could use just to like show it, but I mean it works. I guarantee you it works. But yeah, so this is the game. I would love to hear feedback on things or whatever. You do have to aim yourself when you're like trying to hit people and whatnot. So it is what it is there. Takes a little practice, but I'm sure people would maybe get it. The holding and the throwing are completely separate actions. So you see I can pull it out and I can put it away. and then I can decide to throw it or not, which I feel like is a really nice way to do that. It's gonna be hard to hit those shots from a distance, that's for sure. Crazy thing is, I did have these water balloons a lot smaller when I first started, and I was like, I should make them bigger because this is gonna make it very hard for people to consistently hit people. Especially like it's one thing like me like practicing like my aiming like on like the players who aren't actually being controlled and just standing still, but like the actual CPUs like they do move and they're like pretty unpredictable, except for when they're sitting there killing each other like that. I need to like I want to work on next a strafing system for the CPUs so that like when they're maybe when they're in a certain distance or they're being targeted or something like that. However, I figure out how to figure out if they're being targeted because that's its own monster. Then maybe they'll start strafing just so they're not just like sitting there taking hits from each other. I'm very curious how that would work because currently like the computers are 100% accurate on each other when they're just standing still because they know like they can account for velocity and they know where you're going to be at theoretically. So they can be pretty accurate, especially with each other. And there's just like bugs and whatnot to work out with the CPU overall. But I have a pause menu in here. It works and it even changes based on the input type. So currently it thinks I have Xbox controller, but it is what it is. And then I use my mouse, and then here I am with confirming the escape for back. Escape for back actually doesn't work in this editor just because it's going to actually like abort the whole game, which I definitely would not want. But yeah, then you have your health down here. Your HUD shows you how much health you have. Your balloon counter down here show you how many balloons you have. Yeah, I wanna set up a thing to where maybe instead of waiting 5 seconds to get a balloon, every second you're there you get a balloon. That way I can make it so that if you do get hit, you can immediately stop doing that and maybe attack the person hitting you, or maybe they strafe while they're doing it. One something like that, just to make them like harder to hit targets. Because like I can definitely strafe when I go to fill up, but like they're just sitting ducks. I was thinking to work on things like this, but we will get there. But yeah, so that is the game. Would love to hear any questions or feedback, suggestions. I've been trying to find other games that are kind of like this to like try to like reference or just see like what those games are like. Cause I've pretty much just been going off of my own like kind of theories from games I played. Yeah, like it's really hard to even try to think of any references that are kind of like this that aren't like FPSs or I don't even know. Because I feel like I'd like to think like what is it, Smash Bros. But then I'm like, it doesn't really like Smash Bros. Though, is it? I don't know. But yeah. So we will see where I go. I'm not really sure when I will drop another devlog. I'd like to do it often, or like maybe monthly or something. Maybe monthly would be something I could actually achieve. Because certainly not doing it on a weekly basis. Like I am working a full-time job, and I just do this when I have free time, pretty much. But yeah, so that would be all. Ooh, I could actually add a UI element for this now that I actually set up, because I set this up before I even had the pause menu thing to change the input type. And now that I have that, maybe I could change this UI to be that button that you're going to use for reloading. So that would actually be really cool. I should do that. All right.